Prince Albert Victor, the vanished heir, on the slab. It is 14th January 1892, and Sandringham is draped in black. Prince Albert Victor, Duke of Clarence and Avondale, Queen Victoria's beloved grandson and second in line to the throne, is dead at only 28. The newspapers call it a tragedy, a national shock. He was young, handsome, newly engaged to Princess Mary of Teck, and now suddenly he is gone. The official cause of death? Pneumonia following influenza. But the whispers began immediately. Some said syphilis. Others muttered about scandal, the Cleveland Street brothel, even Jack the Ripper theories. No autopsy was ever released, but if we place Eddie on the mortuary slab today, what would we see? The last days. Eddie had been delicate all his life, frail, dreamy, vague. Some said simple-minded, others said shy. In December 1891, he caught influenza during a nationwide epidemic. It hit him hard. By January, the flu had turned to pneumonia. His fever raged, his breathing shallow, his cough rattling. On the 14th, with his parents and fiancée at his bedside, Eddie's heart gave out. The court bulletin was polite, a young man taken too soon, but his body had more to say. The external examination. On the table lies a tall, thin young man. His skin is pale, lips bluish, eyes half shut. His body is lightly muscled but wasted from weeks of fever. The face is slack, features delicate. His chest heaves shallowly, even in death, frozen in the posture of someone who suffocated slowly. No outward wounds, no bruises, just the frailty of a man consumed by infection. Opening the chest. The rib cage is cut open, the lungs are sodden, heavy, collapsing under the knife. Thick yellow-green pus fills the airways. The lobes are firm, airless, drowned in fluid. This is lobar pneumonia, the infection that killed him. It spread quickly after influenza tore down his immune system. The heart is pale, slightly enlarged. In his final hours it struggled desperately to push blood through drowned lungs. The strain was too much and it stopped. Into the abdomen. The abdomen is opened. The liver is congested but not cirrhotic. He was not a drinker like his father. The kidneys are normal, perhaps slightly swollen from fever. The intestines are inflamed, reflecting the systemic infection. There are no tumours, no scarring of syphilis, no signs of chronic venereal disease. The rumours of tabes dorsalis, syphilitic brain damage, find no trace here. Eddie's body shows no long-term wasting disease. His death was acute. The brain. The skull is opened. The brain is pale but largely intact. The vessels are engorged, swollen from fever. No lesions, no strokes, no tumours. If Eddie had learning difficulties, as some biographers suggest, they would not show clearly here. But there is no evidence of syphilis or degenerative disease in the nervous system. Modern diagnosis. On a modern certificate it would read, cause of death, lobar pneumonia, secondary to influenza. Contributing conditions. Frailty and poor immune resilience. Prolonged fever and dehydration. Possible congenital weakness. Speculated learning disability. In plain terms, Eddie died of flu and pneumonia. The rumours of syphilis, brothel diseases, or secret poisoning have no anatomical evidence. The theories. Syphilis? Gossip. The Victorian press loved to smear princes, but the autopsy shows no signs of it. Jack the Ripper? Conspiracy theorists later tried to tie him to the killings. Impossible. In 1888, Eddie was abroad during several murders, and his autopsy shows no signs of long-term mental collapse. Divine punishment? Some Catholics called it retribution for his family's Protestant sins. In truth, it was just influenza, the same epidemic that killed thousands across Britain that winter. The final irony. Eddie's death changed history. His younger brother George married his fiancée, Princess Mary, and they became George V and Queen Mary, the grandparents of Elizabeth II. If Eddie had lived, he would have been king instead of his brother. The monarchy might have looked very different, but his body, frail from birth, never gave him that chance. So there lies Prince Albert Victor on the mortuary slab, a young man, lungs drowned in pus, heart stopped in its struggle, future stolen by a virus. Not syphilis, not scandal, just pneumonia. That was Past People, Prince Albert Victor. One prince, one vanished heir. Maximum gossip, minimum truth.